I mean, I've always kind of had it in me that I just wanted to do the best I could at whatever I was into, and I also kind of always had it in me that I was never going to be able to do anything unless I was passionate about it. Like, and that was what was kind of crazy about it, was with the come up is it just exploded so fast, and I was so young, I was only 22, and within maybe like a year and a half of starting it, it was like clearly the biggest BMX website that everybody was looking at every day. Nobody believed in me, and I had to fucking make something happen because I just wanted to show everybody what I had to offer, and trying to figure out like, oh, okay, how do I turn this into a business? Because I didn't go to college, I barely graduated high school. With OSS, it's like, it really lit that fire into my ass again, where it's like, okay, this BMX website is really popular, but because it's so popular, everybody's gonna have these high expectations for me of what I do with this other brand. And it stewed, and it took a long time for it to really get off the ground. When I was 22, I had a very different set of priorities where like it was important to me to have people be able to talk shit anonymously. So the site kind of got that reputation early on. But I mean, now when I think about what's important with me in terms of BMX, it's important that I be a force for positivity and that I help make BMX bigger. You only need a couple of pillars for a scene to thrive. BMX to me was always riding around with my friends in the streets and just chilling and fucking grinding ledges and doing shit like that. That was always what it was to us, and it's like, it really kind of hurts to have this thing that I'm so overwhelmingly in love with, and I have been ever since I was a little kid, to have like the mainstream's interpretation of that is like the X Games, where they just make everybody look like a bunch of fucking clowns. I can make BMX look the way I want it to look. Because if you go to LA, there's a million fucking skate shops that are either directly involved with skateboarding or sort of loosely involved with skateboarding, like Supreme. They make skateboarding look dope, and they do a great job of it. When I see stuff like Ryan Kaczynski with the bakery, or what Odyssey's doing with Texas Toast and all this shit, it's like, it's amazing to finally, after all these years, see BMX actually taking things into our own hands. And with this shop even, it's like, oh, well, this is our opportunity for LA, which is probably the biggest BMX market in the world, for us to actually project BMX the right way. When DC drops out, it makes it easier for us to make this shit look dope, because DC was so busy making BMX look like shit for all those years. It hurt me to have to see the dudes on our team get dropped like that, but it just made me even more determined, I guess, to just be like, okay, well, nobody's gonna do this for us. What we're doing is a little bit more big picture, but ultimately what we wanna do is be that platform that makes BMX look good. Skateboarding is good because they've had so many of these dudes, these characters that helped fucking promote it more. Like since Dave Mira, besides maybe like Nigel now, who Nigel is a person that I respect like crazy for going out and making BMX look good to like a completely different audience. But besides Nigel, and since Dave Mira, like, have you really had anybody in the mainstream that you thought of that way? Like, BMX is just as rich and just as cool, and I mean, cooler if you ask me, because I mean, skating is cool, but I mean, nothing's cooler than BMX in my book.